All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to day 2 of the play-in tournament as we are officially in win or go home territory. We're going to be kicking things off in the Challenger League with Flame taking on Venom. Rockerman back in the booth with my good friend, Mr. Jaegers. Jaegers, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm ready for some potential game fives, Austin. This is
Mm.
where the playoffs really start to heat up. Because I mean, the last one you had a second chance. This one, it's do or go home. Honestly.
Yeah, pretty much. It's win or you're done at this point going forward. For every match that we stream from here on out is win or go home, so that's always exciting. A couple quick shout outs before we dive into this one. Quick shout out to Marco coming back for 6 months, and shout out to Neons coming back for 4 months as well. We appreciate the support as always. And first here, before we get too deep into this matchup, let's set the broad stakes here. Let's take a look at the Challenger League playoff bracket here, where we've already had the 7-8 matchups take place, and we'll be heading into this 9-10 matchup. What are you thinking looking at the bracket right now?
Looking at the bracket, I mean, it's gonna be a tough one getting past this game and then getting past the Wraiths. And after that, the winner of that game on Saturday, you're playing the #1 seed in Orbit. And so that's an extremely tough matchup there. So this is definitely the Goliath route on the bracket. It's just every game. There's no easy game. You're just pretty much fighting for your playoff life the whole time.
Yeah, pretty much here, and these two teams will be fighting on this one. Yeah, we got Flame versus Venom, 9 versus 10. Jaegers, we're getting the players joined up in the lobby here. What can you tell us about these two teams before we get into things?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of OGs on these teams, Austin. Honestly,
Mm.
there's LocalVscoLad, Alpha Q, and Louis Saka, who was, if I believe, was on the grand finalist Griffin team with Fort a couple
Yeah.
seasons back. And on the flip side, we have Yukio Takeda, Moxon, Merely, and Afro Demon, aka Fort.
Mm.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's going to be Yukio, Merely, and Afro playing tonight. Whenever I did see that Fort, aka Afro Demon, got traded to Venom, I was excited to see the potential matchup, but I see all four players playing like in the lobby for Venom. So I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what happens. If the roster isn't working out, then we'll swap some people around.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to do so. And Jaegers, a couple of interesting facts here, just because I did a little bit of research before this one too. A couple interesting facts. We might be getting ourselves into a game 5 here. Venom has gone to 10 game 5s this season. Jaegers, are you thinking we're going to be heading to that pivotal game 5 to determine who's going to move on to Saturday night?
You know, Austin, it kind of looks like it. I mean, Venom seems to really just enjoy playing Rocket League, and if I'm not mistaken, they're the second most games this season out of all the teams. So yeah, no, potentially could go to game 5. I'm looking forward to it. I do see Venom winning this in 5, so should be a good matchup.
All right, well, we're going to have to see if his prediction will come true. Last chance to get yours in the chat here, so make sure you get those channel points in. And let's get things underway. We got Flame taking on Venom here in the Challenger League playing tournament. Win or go home tonight, as this one already starting out here before we could even introduce anyone. LocalVscoLad, he strikes first.
Yeah, local just gonna hit it past the defense. Afro not able to get that touch, not enough boost. Yukio awkward, and I mean, with lack of a better word, local Visco is just kind of gonna escort it into the back of the net.
Yeah, he is just gonna kind of just take a nice little stroll into the back of the net there, and he's gonna strike first. And yeah, you guys, we talked a little bit about the teams here. You see Alpha, Local, and Louis Saka for Flame here in the home reds tonight, and then Venom in the yellow with Yukio, Mirali, and Afro Demon, otherwise known as Fort,
Oh,
on the other side here. Is this one gonna pop up an opportunity for Flame, but not quite gonna go? And yeah, with that score in here early, Jaegers, we talked about a lot of this stuff on Monday, but the play-in nerves, these are the first matches of the postseason for both these teams, and you really got to lock in now.
no, you really do. And as someone who played in the first matchup on Monday, like it was, it's playoffs, but like you have a second chance. Like you can mess up. Muley's gonna put a nice shot bottom right after the demo, and he's gonna tie up this one. But as I was saying, Austin, I mean, that game one is like, yeah, I mean, if you lose, you go to a harder bracket, but it's not the end of the world. You can still come back. This one, there's really no coming back from this one if you have a bad game.
Yeah, true. That is the one positive and plus side to being in that 7-8 matchup. You get another chance on Saturday night if you do lose. But like we mentioned, for these two teams,
Good
there is no
pass.
second chance, and there is a beautiful pass. Afro Demon sends it home.
And yeah, no, Venom really just gonna take this lead back almost as quickly as they lost it. Luis Aqua was just awkward on the front post doing his best to backflip. But yeah, no, great passing play by Venom.
Venom really trying to find that chemistry here in this latter half of the season. Like you mentioned, Jaegers, a couple of trades coming through to get Fort onto this roster, and they've been playing with Yukio, Mirly, and Fort for a while. I've talked with Mirly as well, swapping Moxen in here and there. Moxen is available, it looks like, but they're going to start with these three and see how it goes. As for Flame, they've been pretty much rocking this squad all season long, and it's proven pretty successful, getting them to the 9th seed here in a very competitive Challenger League. Right now they find themselves down by 1 in game number 1. This one, we pushed out to the middle, Local, jumping for it, gonna get it around Mirly, ball popping up, Local, coming forward again, but a good save, Yukio there, right on the goal line, as Luisaka is gonna send it back in, and 2 minutes gone by here, Jaegers, and we still have ourselves a 2-1 ball game as Alpha is looking for the tempo. Oh my goodness, he wipes him off the pitch.
And you know, Austin, wasn't Alpha your teammate back in season 4 championship days?
It is true. Back in the Challenge League Season 4 Alpha, he was out there. He wasn't the starter, but he was on the team regardless, and he'd been around Nemesis for a long time, and make a good play like that here, trying to propel his team further on in the postseason bracket.
Yeah, very good play by Flame, tying up the game. They could have another one here, but Afro Demon just gonna hit it away. Local not in the weight room quite enough for that one.
That one could be blocked away, and now Venom trying to strike back on the offensive end. Yukio finding some good pressure here, taking it up off the ceiling, but Luisaka is going to find one. Local. He's going to get a big opportunity. This one high off the backboard. Merely have to make a touch, but he can't get it there. Local going to take that one. Difficult read, and Flame is going to send it in.
Yeah, no, Local's going to have a nice touch here. By the way, Merely took off it. He seemed like a little awkward. It didn't really look like he was going to get it. And all Local really had to do was just, tap the ball, hit it in the back of the net. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy, but a goal's a goal.
Yeah, and that comes with that pressure there. You put the defense in an awkward position, make it a tough ball for them to try to challenge. And that is the 5th goal already here.
Good pass.
Looking for more, but that one is going to be saved away. It's Flame. It's going to hold on to their lead. Yukio drops it down. Can't quite get that second touch. This one, hot shot towards net, Merely and Afro. Both going to jump for it. It's Local. Then push back to the corner. Alpha on this one, but it raced off the pitch. This one popped up high for it, trying to get to it off the backboard. This ball popping up, turn around, shot toward net, and Afro comes back down with the dunk, and we are tied up at 3.
What a dunk by Afro Demon. I am really liking these passing plays by Venom, though, opening up the defense. And, yeah, no, it just pays off there.
Yeah, they have really found the passing plays, and these two teams, maybe no playoff nerves here, Jaegers, as they have just been firing shot after shot, goal after goal. We've already got 6 of them here with 1:30 left, and both these offenses are humming right now.
Yeah, no, sometimes in the first game one, at least in playoffs, it's like teams play a little bit more defensive. They don't want to be the first team that concedes a goal, but Venom did. They got that first goal out the way. They're like, all right, well, let's get started. And both teams have been taking shots back and forth. It's a very offensive game, and I love it.
Yeah, gotta love the offense here. As much as we love a defensive showdown, sometimes these offenses highlight the way. Is this one a free jump? Merely dropping this one down, but Flame is going to get that one, and there's some confidence right there for the 10-seeded Venom. They are the lowest record in this play-in tournament bracket here. The lowest record to make the postseason in Season 11, but right now they are feeling it for sure. Not showing any signs of that tough regular season. As we're down to the final 40 seconds here in game number 1. Let's see overtime here. This one team does not find one. This ball gonna be popped up. Afro in control. He's sending it down now. Luisaka waiting on the backboard, but not a lot of boost. Gonna get a great flick over the top of one, but merely waiting on the backboard. Challenging local. This one's gonna be pushed back to the corner. Maybe last chance of regulation here. This ball popping up high. Afro just gonna leave it down. Yukio firing off the backboard. Opportunity again. The bump comes through, but it's saved away. And now it could be a counterattack the other way. Flame is gonna send it down. Can they push this one in? Dropping it down, popping it up. It's dangerous.
Oh,
the
no!
And Alpha's gonna come through.
Bump.
And the goal goes in.
What a bump by LocalVscoLad. Flame has been doing counterattacks every single second this game one, and it's paid off there with 4 seconds left. What a bump by Local. Will Venom be able to tie in these last 4 seconds? They need a good kickoff. They go with the fake. It's going on off target, and it's going to touch the ground, and Flame is going to steal this one away before overtime.
Wow, Flame in the final seconds there, able to push one through. A great bump and a great finish there. Local and Alpha leading the way right there in that one. And what a great performance from Flame there in that game one, Jaegers. It seemed like anytime Venom threw a punch, Flame was able to find that counterattack and give him a goal to get that game one win.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Venom's playing really aggressive off the just off rip. And you know, whenever you play a little bit aggressive, sometimes your third man sneaks enough, and that's when Flame's been pouncing. That's where they've been getting their goals. It's nothing like any crazy. They've just been rotating a little bit quicker, getting a fast break, and then, you know, just putting it in the back of the net. It's just simple, beautiful Rocket League.
Yeah, and you love the simplicity of it. And both teams honestly played pretty well in that game number one. But Flame is going to be the victors in a close one. And now, Jaegers, as we push it into game number two with the kickoff here, what do you need to see out of Venom to try to tie the series back up?
You know, I really respect the offense by Venom, but they do need to play a little bit more safe. Maybe like a third man back a little bit deeper whenever they're on offense, just in case, just to stop the outlet passes by Flame. But, you know, other than that, offensively, they've been playing great. Very offensive game. They just need to kind of nip those counterattacks in the bud.
Yeah, that is probably the number one thing that could hurt teams that are super offensive, super aggressive, is those counterattacks. So we're going to have to see if we're going to be able to capitalize on it in game number two. Because right now the ball in Venom's, or in Flame's zone, now pushed back into Venom's. It's Afro. Gonna push this one down, looking to stay with it, trying to drop it down mid, but Luisaka able to get to it. Yukio and merely a double commit out of that one there. This one only popped to the backboard. Yukio able to get back to it, looking for another touch, can't find it. This one dropping down merely. Gonna take that one out, pushing it high, but Alpha with a great block there as Yukio tries to send it back in. Alpha a little bit awkward, could be an opportunity, but this one is gonna be sent down. Can they get back to it? They cannot. And Luisaka, just like you said, Jaegers, they catch Venom on the counter.
Yeah, no, Luisaka is just going to have a great clear. Yukio just a little bit slow rotating back. And I mean, like game one, Flame has been doing this all game with the counterattacks, with the long clears, and it strikes again.
Yeah, and you don't want to make those type of mistakes here, giving free goals away, especially if you're Venom here. You're the underdog coming into this one and trying to find this win. And historically, Jaegers, Venom has been really good when it comes to the postseason, as this one's gonna be blocked away. They are 10-2 all time in postseason matches, Jaegers. So Venom, they're no strangers to, you know, performing in the postseason. But right now, Flame.
Oh, what a shot! Oh my goodness! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Austin, but man, what a shot by Yukio Takeda.
Yeah, that is just an insane angle, and, you know, maybe we just gotta bring back their historical relevance, and then they can do things like that, as he's gonna bang it in the net. What a shot right there by Yukio. And, well, that's one thing to get your team fired up here, try to give yourselves a chance to get back in the series.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know Merely's a very mechanical player. Another shot by Yukio Takeda off the corner bounce, and Yukio's really just putting the team on his back right now.
Yeah, merely jumps up for that one. Not going to find the touch, but Yukio is right there. And this is the Yukio Jaegers that we have seen in past seasons. This man has that potential to just full on change a series.
Yeah, absolutely. If he won, was it the last championship he won? So they're the defending champions, if I'm not mistaken. Tell me if I'm
Correct.
wrong, Austin.
Correct. That is correct.
They are. So I mean, they want it back. They're going for time too. It's a little bit different. This time they're not as good of a seed, but once you make the playoffs, you're in.
Yeah, once you're in, you're in, and like we mentioned, it's win or go home. And yeah, Yukio, the captain last season, put on a great performance.
Oh,
As this one is going to be shot in the net there. An answer comes back.
and that was just really good placement by Louis Saka. Loco going to take the touch, get Afro Demon a little awkward, and Louis Saka just very good placement back post.
Yeah, Louis Saka, like you mentioned, formerly on the Griffins, probably one of the most notable, but he's definitely been in this Firestorm org before that. He is definitely a great player and will capitalize on opportunities, as this one going to force a double commit from Venom. Really
Oh, that's
couldn't
awkward.
quite get to it there. This one going to be shot at net and Alpha with great placement to capitalize on the mistake.
No, it's just really good placement by Flame and just awkward plays by Venom. They're just not quite able to make plays defensively. They're doing great on offense, but Flame keeps catching them off on defense.
Yeah, that's what we have been seeing. It's the story of this series here, and it might be another one right
Oh
here. As a
my.
big dunk is going to
Oh
come
my
through.
goodness.
Alpha putting it on Venom's head.
And yeah, no, like, I mean, it's just been the story. What a great dunk by Alpha. Afro Demon not quite able to get in the way. And I mean, this Flame is really taking this game number 2.
Yeah, they are putting on the pressure. They don't care about Yukio Takeda's heroics here. They're just going to keep putting on the offense and keep putting the pressure right back in Venom's face. This one is going to be sent into the corner. Alpha finds a touch, merely coming through, pushing it off the backboard. Opportunity drops down. Flame, you would get this one off to the corner. It's Local trying to take control, merely dives at it. Touch just comes off to the corner. Yukio throwing it up high, looking for forward, but not quite ready for that one. As this one going to be sent in, almost pushed around merely, but good touch by him to get it away. Good touch to win it again, as this could be a counterattack for Venom this time, and merely not a lot of boost there. Couldn't quite get it out, but this is a nice pass. This one rolling down, but it's just off the post. Ford couldn't quite find the angle. The offense still on here. This one popped up in the midfield. Opportunity for a shot, and Fort is going to put it in. Nice passing play, and Venom themselves back within 1.
No, Yukio with a nice pass off the side, and Afro just a little bit quicker. Not a crazy shot, but really good placement. Top right bends and in. And Venom's in striking distance.
Yeah, 115. They've got all the time in the world here to find one more. Can even do with 0 seconds on the clock, as many of us know. As long as that ball stays off the ground, they'll have a chance here. As Local couldn't quite find that touch. A demo comes through. The back end can open up a little bit of space for Flame. This ball pinched up. Some more demos coming in as Venom trying to push that one in. A little bit of a double commit. Yukio sending it across. Local is there. Gonna push it out. Merely thought about turning forward, but instead they try to play back on defense. Waiting for their opportunity. Trying to find it merely over the top of one. Local is there. Yukio trying to get to him. He's gonna wipe him off the pitch, but a great clear comes through. Able to get it back into Venom zone. This ball gonna be popped up. It's over the top of Local. Can they get back to it? 30 seconds now. This one off the backboard. Here comes Yukio looking for it, but great speed by Alpha. Merely sending it high off the backboard. Yukio trying to get to it. He can't find that touch though. This one still floating in the midfield. Venom need to find this last opportunity to force overtime. This one off the backboard, dropping down. What's going to be out in the midfield? Is this one almost going to be pitching their own net? A dangerous ball. But they still have an opportunity here. Venom gotta take it the length of the pitch here. Flame gonna try to set it down, but they double commit there. Fort gotta get a good touch. He pops it up merely, trying to get to it. He's gonna be able to pop it over one. Yukio over the top of another. Alpha is trying to get to it. He's trying to ground it. Local on the backboard, sending it the other way. He sends it down, and Flame is gonna hold on in game 2.
And yeah, no, that was a great play by Flame, keeping it away from Venom, not letting them have any last second heroics. And I mean, Venom did come fighting back in the last few 30 seconds or so, but it was a little too late. As Flame is going to take this next one and put themselves on prime position to face the other team on Saturday.
Yeah, definitely. So, as a great performance from them, gonna send us to game number 3. And Jaegers, there is a lot of pressure here on this one to try to close things out. For Venom and or for Flame, and Venom has got to find a way to bring it back here. They had to pull what has been very difficult, which is the reverse sweep.
Yeah, no, reverse sweep is always difficult, and especially in a do or die situation. We've seen it done before, and even in grand finals and best of seven. So, I mean, if teams can do it in a best of seven, I'm sure Venom can do it in a best of five. But, I mean, let's just see if Flame puts that away, comes out swinging, or do they give them Venom a chance to come back?
Yeah, we'll have to see. And I don't like to bring up my old memories here of the Challenger League, but the reverse sweeps have happened in the Challenger League, in this play-in tournament in the Challenger League. So it is a possibility for this team to bring it back, but they're going to need a lot of good things to go their way. And Jaegers, I think number one for me has got to be that defense.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Flame has just been Flame has just been taking really good shots. They haven't been doing anything crazy on defense, but Venom has just been allowing them to operate most of the time, especially on counterattacks. So if Venom finds a way to stop Flame from doing those counterattacks, Yukio Takeda gonna have a nice redirect and merely a little bit awkward, leaving Yukio on an island, but he does well to hit it away.
Yeah, no, they gotta find these opportunities. They had a couple of great ones, and if we're gonna need to see, we need to see game 5 or our 11th game 5 from Venom here. It's gonna have to be a reverse sweep. So we'll see if they can do it, provide us with some more content. But right now, find one early here. That's the biggest thing when you're trying to perform this reverse sweep. Find one early. This one popped up, trying to find a block there. It's dropping right back to Yukio in the midfield, looking for Merely, who's trying to send it in, but that one gonna fly off the backboard as Local pushes it down. Afro thought about going up for that one, but didn't have the takeoff he was looking for. As Alpha gonna send it to the corner. Merely off the backboard for this one. Gonna pop it up high, looking to stay with it. Gonna find the flip reset, getting it around one, but Luisaka all over that one. Push it off to the side there. He's gonna find the clear back into Venom zone. Ball up there. Gonna be sent out by Yukio, but Luisaka, it's a great opportunity to clear it right to Local, who's trying to drop it down for it. Is able to get a touch to the corner, but Alpha finds a 50. This ball up in the midfield, dangerous ball, but Fort, he's gonna clear it away. Looking for that dunk, able to send it to the corner, but not quite gonna be on target as Venom looking for this attack here, merely trying to get this one in. Flame, a little bit awkward on the backboard, couldn't strike trouble, but that one not quite gonna find its way on target. And we're approaching halfway, Jaegers. In this one, both these teams still scoreless.
Yeah, no, I mean, Venom has been out shooting Flames, but Venom hasn't had a lot of quality shots. LocalVscoLad with a nice pass to Alpha, and Alpha almost puts down in the back of the net. And you know, Austin, the thing about having reverse sweeps, like, it's not necessarily getting the first goal, it's really just taking it one game at a time. You can't really look at the series as a whole. What a bump by Flame, but not quite able to find the back of the net. But like I was saying, Austin, Venom just needs to take it one game at a time. They don't need to look at the whole series. They're like, we need to win 3 games in a row. It's like, let's just win this next one and go from there.
Yeah, no, this is the most important one, is this one's fired on net, merely trying to save his boost for any further attacks there. This is gonna find the block, and yeah, this is their season right here. If they do not win this one, they're going home. So you got to be fully locked in this one game. Try to get yourselves at least to game 4. Get us to a Forbidden Temple. Is this one out of midfield? Local gonna find a touch. Merely gonna take control of this one. Luisaka on the backboard. Merely gonna get it over the top of one, but that one gonna be cleared a long way. Alpha is up, looking for the shot there. Just gonna go off the side, trying to find a bump, trying to get in the way there. This one out of midfield. Fort dropping down, merely unable to connect on that one. This ball is up, gonna be banged down. Local trying to find the read off the backboard, can't find it. Here goes another shot though. It's gonna go a little bit high. That was a huge opportunity for Flame, but they could not do it there. As Local up for that one, can't quite find that touch though. And Jaeger's a minute remaining here. Flame starting to put on the pressure.
No, they really are. They're really making Venom work on defense. Venom with a nice clear out though, and Yukio Takeda isn't gonna go for the touch and merely with a long shot.
Yeah, Yukio was up for it, but merely able to get it just on target, just far enough away from Alpha that he couldn't get up to it, maybe respecting that touch there, but they can't get to it. In Venom Jaegers, 48 seconds left. They got a chance to force us into a game 4.
Yeah, absolutely. They just need to not let a goal go in the back of the net. They've been letting the counterattacks happen. They've been letting Flame score immediately after they take the lead. They just need to hold here. Shouldn't stop on offense, but they should play a little bit more safe than they have been.
Well, they're going to be attacking right here.
Merely.
It's merely with a great angle and a little bit of insurance for this Venom squad.
A little bit of insurance never hurt nobody, and with 25 seconds left, it looks like Venom has another life if they don't give up a couple of goals in 25 seconds.
They just got to lock down here in this last little bit to send us to that game 4. As we know this Venom team loves their game 5s. They're gonna force a game 4 more than likely. Unless we see something crazy in the last seconds like this. Alpha trying to find it. Oh, with a double tap, but they can't put it in. That one can be sent away. And the time ticking down now. Venom gonna go into turtle mode. This ball popped up. Opportunity, but not quite gonna go. And merely gonna take this one down. And Venom is gonna win this game number 3. Jaegers will be heading to the good old Forbidden Temple.
Yeah, no, Venom played extremely well on defense, and, Flame wasn't letting up at all. It seemed like they spent most of the time on Venom's half, and it was almost like a switch was flipped, right? Like, because, Flame had been doing counterattacks all the whole time, and this last game, it was time for Venom to start doing that.
Yeah, and Venom, they found their way in that one. They didn't lead the shot total by any means. It was 9-6 in favor of Flame, but they were able to shut him out and take that win. So Jaegers heading into this game number 4, a big one for Venom. And once again, this is something I always bring up to my team whenever we're down in a series trying to get that reverse sweep. Come out with this first goal in this game. Venom needs to put that pressure on.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to go ahead and grab the momentum early so you can build upon it. You don't want to have to stop the other team's momentum, and especially in a reverse sweep scenario.
Yeah, definitely so. And we're gonna have to see if Venom can force that game 5, looking for their 11th of the season. If they can do it, I haven't verified this, but I have to assume this would be close to a Nemesis record. Is this one an opportunity, but they can't put it in? Flame, another missed one, and Jaegers, that's what we saw at the very end of that game number 3, and we saw it right here is a lot of missed opportunities as this net might just be open, but Local is going to get back in time as Venom, they miss an opportunity of their own.
Yeah, no, we're seeing a lot of close shots by Flame, like open nets that just barely go off like the corner, just not in the back of the net like their shooting was in the first few games.
That one, these type of moments can come back to haunt you. This is a great little pass down. Alpha and Local both gonna go for it though. Is that one gonna leave Louis Saka all by himself back there? Louis Saka taken to the backboard, can't quite find that touch. And drop down into the corner here. Louis Saka trying to find that one. This ball floating, a little bit dangerous. Louis Saka gonna push it across for Alpha. Alpha gonna try to take control, gonna get around 1, dribble this one down. Afro gonna find that touch. Louis Saka banging it towards the net. It's dangerous, but Yukio, oh my goodness, what a save on the goal line there. Able to block it away. And that one, a big opportunity. This one also dangerous off the backboard, but another big save. Yukio is doing it all on the defensive end right now.
Yeah, no, he really is. And what I was saying earlier, Austin, Flame in the first few games had a ton of composure in front of net, and these past couple, it just seems like it went out the window.
Yeah, that was another one that they're gonna maybe want back. There are a lot of double commits. The Forbidden Temple craziness maybe happening right before our very eyes. We've seen it many times here in this one. A lot of missed touches, a lot of double commits here early. It's merely trying to get it
Oh,
down
good
with a
pass.
flip reset, but it's going to be blocked away and sent it back into the corner. It's Venom trying to get this one out there. It's pushed down. Alpha and Luisaka both go for the ball in the midfield. The local rotating around, able to get that touch, push it off as Alpha send it down merely. Pre-jumping, I'm going to find that block. Local over the top of one. This ball has to be pushed away, and it is going to be sent to the corner for the moment, as now we're into halfway here in this game number 4. Venom, a must win for them if they're going to want to try to send us to game 5.
Yeah, and honestly, Venom needs to start putting some shots on target. Flames out shooting them 4-0. Not a single shot put on target by Venom. I had to hold my breath for a second, but not a single shot put on target by Venom in this whole first 3 minutes of the game.
Wow, but they're trying to find one right here as it's shot towards net. The local is going to get the touch off just in time, able to send it away. But the time starting to get under 2 minutes here, and it's looking like one of these games where the next goal could have won it. This ball dropped down in the midfield merely. Gonna push it down towards the corner there. Really trying to find another touch. This ball popping up high. Fort sending it down. Luisaka on the dribble there. Gonna pop it up over the top of one. This ball floating. Alpha gonna use his boost there to get to that one. Able to just send it to the corner. Gonna get it by one. Fort gonna pop it up high. This ball back in the zone there. Yukio and Mirali both gonna get in that one. Local with an opportunity. He's gonna find a touch. Able to keep it in. Better than a miss in that situation.
Oh.
But no one wanted to go for this ball. And I feel like you can see a lot of the nerves here, Jaegers, in this game 4. Both these teams, a lot of double commits, a lot of misrotations right now.
Yeah, no one wants to be the one that makes the mistake that makes their team lose this one. Both teams are playing extremely careful, and like Venom has essentially, they had one good attack, but they have been staying on defense the majority of this time, not wanting to let up that crucial goal. But if you want to win, you have to put one in the back of the net.
You have to put it in the back of the net, and the pressure is most definitely on here as the time is ticking under 30 seconds now. Venom need this game win to force a game 5. Flame, and with a goal, they can close this one out here. Here comes Mirali. He's going to be dunked away. Luisaka sending it down. Venom has to get back on the counter. Fort trying to find that 50. Going to get it by one. Local out of the midfield. Dangerous ball, but it's going to be blocked away. Yukio once again on the goal line. Finds a clutch save as Mirali going to send it up high. Luisaka keeping it around. Looking for another one. Trying to find it. Can't get that touch though. It's sent back down. Venom. Can they find the counter here? Yukio is up there. It's going to be blocked up high.
Oh,
a
that's
big
awkward.
opportunity. Alpha is going to find the touch. Able to send it down. Yukio pushing it back in to the middle. Luisaka. But that one is going to touch the ground in overtime we have here in game 4.
Yeah, and if I'm Venom, I'm letting that touch the ground. I'm not going near that because Flame had all the momentum there. And Venom really needed a reset, and that was just going to go in the back of the net. I'm not sure what happened there, Austin, but no one was home.
Wow, nobody back there. It looks like maybe merely got in the way of that one, trying to redirect it, and it's gonna go in the back of the net. And my goodness, Jaegers, they've done it again. The game 5 demons, Venom, they've sent us there once more.
My, what a surprise. Not like neither of us were really expecting that, Austin. Like
No.
Game 5? What?
No, never.
What? No, never. But if I'm Flame, I'm keeping this whole time out. I'm calming down. All these players have been around. They've all been demons in the playoffs before. So they know what they're doing. But if I'm Flame, I'm taking that whole second. I'm not even really having a speech because they've been playing well. It's all about calming the nerves in this game 5.
Yeah, you really got to calm down the nerves right here as the pressure is on Flame right now in this moment. There was a lot of pressure on Venom earlier on, but with back-to-back wins here, Jaegers, it's pressure is solely on Flame's shoulder to not get a reverse swept. You can't let this happen to you because this is your season right here on the line.
Yeah, absolutely. They were on the precipice of victory, and you know, they just game 5. Now they're in do or die. They had both their lifelines tossed away. and they need to make it count here. This is your season, and whoever performs is going to head on to Saturday.
Yeah, this is it right here. It is one game, win or go home. Your season will be over if you cannot pull out the win here. Let's see who's going to take it here. Venom looking to pull the reverse sweep, and Flame looking to hold on and survive. This one can be sent off to the side. Ball we popped up. Yukio on the early pressure. Luisaka. It was sent it off to the corner. This ball popping up, looking for a touch, but Afro going to be on top of that one. Is Alpha taking to the corner. This ball going to be popped up. Local going to try to send it down, but can't quite find that touch. This one going to go over the top of one. Local trying to find a dunk there. Good idea, but not quite being able to execute it. This one's sent down. Alpha has to make a big save, but the ball is still around there. Luisaka going to block it out, but here comes Yukio. He sends it in, and Venom, they strike first in game 5.
And yeah, I mean, you've been saying it, Austin. If you want to win in a crucial situation such as game 5, you want to strike first. You need to take all the momentum as early as possible, and you need to build up upon it. And I mean, if I'm Flame, like, they are reeling right now.
Yeah, they are reeling. You got to find a way to quell the waters here and find something in this one to give your team some momentum, because it has been all Venom here in the last little bit. This ball we blocked out. Luisaka gonna take control on the air dribble, trying to send it down, looking to stay with it.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness, he drops it down, and Alpha's gonna put it in.
And yeah, no, Luisaka just kind of put the team on his back there. He was almost had a quadruple tap in the back of the net, and he just needed Alpha to just put it away, ties up this game, and you know, game 5, Austin, game 5.
Oh my gosh, and that is the man that has stepped up many times in Nemesis seasons past. It's Luisaka. We've seen it time and time again, and a no bigger play than right there as this one.
Oh, what a play.
Gonna come right back, and Venom right back on the answer.
Yeah, no, Venom answers right back. Venom merely tries to get the touch. Afro Demon, he just had a slot it, and he did. Top right Benson, and he loves that spot. And Venom going to retake the lead as fast as they lost it.
Oh man, and that one hurts if you're Flame. You finally get a great play. You get a highlight reel play. And instead, Venom comes right back with an answer. And once again, who will Flame look to try to make a play here? You gotta think it's gotta be Local here in this one, Jaegers, to try to make a play. He was so crucial in their first 2 game victories, but we haven't seen much from him in the last 2.
Yeah, no, oh, that is an awkward play by Venom. Yeah, no, I mean, LocalVsco was great in the first 2 games, and then ever since then, he was a little bit quiet. If Flame wants to win, it's LocalVsco is going to have to put a few shots on target, put him in the back of the net. And he's been really good at disrupting this Venom defense, I've noticed, in those first 2 games.
Yeah, he has, finding those bumps, finding those demos. He's trying to find a bump there. I'd love to see he can do it here, as his team needs him. Needs him to step up right here, as merely trying to take it down, and that one is going the wrong way. Local should be able to get back to that one, but put himself in an awkward position. Yukio out to forward.
That was a great pass.
That one sends it in. What a passing play. Able to capitalize on the mistake.
Yeah, no, Local just with an awkward touch, and I thought Yukio was going to put it on target. He had other ideas, and what's going on for it? What's going on? Just top right? Is that the only place you can shoot? But you know, it works out for him.
It does, and yeah, Yukio and Venom here, the defending champions, trying to keep their almost perfect postseason record in shape here. Like I mentioned, 10-2 all time in the postseason. So once you get these guys here, they are deadly, and looking at an 11th win for this one. They've already found their 11th game 5 of this season. Gonna find their 11th postseason win all time, but still 2 minutes remaining. Flame, gotta look for this answer here. They need something go their way, merely taking it down. Gonna find a ball off the backboard. Here comes forward. Gonna get it by 2. This ball is popped up as Alpha sends it off to the side. Local gonna be blocked down. This ball into the corner as Yukio able to send it down. The ball still floating around that midfield line. This one popped up high. Yukio and merely both going for it. Could be a big mistake here. Flame gonna try to turn this one on net. A flick comes up. But forward He's going to make that touch, allowing his team some time to get back. And Jaegers with a minute 40 here. Right now, this Flame offense just seems like it's non-existent compared to the first 2 games.
No, it really is. And at first, Flame was playing extremely well with the counterattacks and the bump plays. And in these last few games, Austin, they kind of strayed away. I don't feel like Venom shored up their defense as much as Flame just hasn't been making their shots the past few games. And if they want to come back in this one, they just need to put some shots on target and score some goals.
Yeah, that's all it comes down to here. Their season and their hopes are on the line here with a minute remaining. Have to find 2 against this Venom squad, who may have been touted as the underdogs, but they're trying to take it right here. A shot coming in on net, but Yukio is going to get it out for it. Trying to beat Elfin to this one, just enough to disrupt it. Yukio looking for the shot, he drops it down. This Flame, they're doing everything in their powers to try to get it going. Local is getting hunted down, trying to push it in, but that one is going to be 50 away. It's sent down. It's Luisaka, not a lot of boost. He's going to send it by 1. Could be an opportunity. This one fired towards the net, but Yukio, stalwart defensive force. He's done it again with a great save. This one, a nice little pass, but Luisaka can't quite turn it around. It's Flame is trying everything, fighting tooth and nail to try to push it in. But they're not able to do it this time, as merely taking it down, wasting away precious seconds. And Flame, they need to find one with some time on the clock here if they want a chance. This ball popped up off the side. Venom still keeping all the pressure on him. Luisaka looking for that one. Fort trying to fire it in, looking for the dagger, but it may just be it anyways, as this one floats away. And the Game 5 kids have done it again. They're moving on to Saturday night.
Yeah, extremely good comeback by Venom, and I mean Flame played extremely well. They had in the first 2 games. The series was there to lose, and they just kind of took their foot off the gas, Austin.
Yeah, it did seem like that, as Venom gonna come back there with the reverse sweep. And Jaegers, I think surprising many here. I know maybe not you with that prediction, but surprising many with that reverse sweep and the upset here. The 10th seed is gonna move on to Saturday night to take on the Wraiths.
And that's going to be another good game. Wraiths are an extremely good team, as you know, Austin. You played them on Monday.
It's true.
So I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a good one for sure. Let's right before we head to our next matchup, Jaegers, let's pull up that bracket here real quick just to take a look at it. But like you mentioned, Venom gonna be moving on to Saturday night and gonna have a chance to win their way into the playoffs.
Yeah, no, it's a good one, and I mean the winner of that one has a date with the overall #1 seed Orbit. So it's a tough road, but it's definitely doable.
Yeah, it is doable, and you just gotta go after who's in front of you right here, and that's what both these teams will be trying to do on Saturday night. So once again, big congratulations to Venom, the game 5 kids. They do it once more, somehow finding their way to win another Game 5. So big congratulations to them on taking that victory. And Jaegers, we've got another matchup coming up next, another spicy one in the Prospect League, where we have Ember taking on Rooks. What are you looking forward to most? Just give me one thing. Just give me one thing you're looking forward to
That's a tough one.
In that matchup here.
The Rooks never won a playoff game, have they? Like, have they never won a playoff game, if I'm not mistaken? So I mean, I'm kind of looking forward to that. If they can do it. And I mean, Ember's been a good team pretty much all of Nemesis. I'm not sure if they've ever won, but they've always been extremely solid. So I mean, look, it should be a good one. It's a lot of good players. It's gonna be an exciting matchup, and you really don't want to miss it.
Yeah, you guys are not gonna want to miss it at all. So stay tuned. We are gonna take a short little break, but then when we come back, some more win or go home action. We have Ember taking on Rooks. Stick around. We'll see you guys in a